lizard called a bearded dragon. Okay? Not an iguana. It's called a bearded dragon, Australian bearded dragon. I have a friend who owns one of these back at home. Anytime he leaves, like he leaves for a period of time, I house sit for him and I take care of his bearded dragon. His name's Rudy. I feed Rudy worms and crickets, which is meat. I also feed him lettuce and raspberries, which are fruit. So he eats both meat and plants. Who can raise their hand and wait for me to call on you? And tell me something that eats both. Yes.
Omnivore.
Very good. Everybody say omnivore.
Omnivore.
Omnivore. Very good. Omni means many. Okay? So this guy eats both. Very good. Look at our next slide, please. All right, guys. This is very important. Right over here we have our lizard. According to this diagram here, what is the lizard eating?
The
caterpillar. This guy is eating the caterpillar, okay? The caterpillar and all these other things are eating the grass. So the grass starts this thing, then these things eat the grass, so the energy is then transferred from here to here, and then these guys here eats these guys here. And then who eats everybody? The eagle is the top predator. So this can be a predator, but the top predator is the eagle there. If you draw a straight line from here all the way up to the top predator, that is something called a food chain. Everybody say food chain.
Food chain.
Very good. And so this is a food chain here, this is a food chain here, this is a food chain here. If you take all of the food chains together in one ecosystem, that's one where all the animals are, that's something called a food web. Everybody say food web.
Food web.
Very good, okay? So, food chain and food web, all right? If you look at our next slide here, all right? So kids or people, for the most part, what do people eat? Oh, sorry, what are people, carnivores or herbivores, what are we?
Omnivore.
Yes, we're omnivores, very good. Unless you're a vegetarian or have a special diet, we eat both, right? Now listen, if you're not a carnivore or an herbivore or omnivore, then you probably eat this right over here. Don't do that, that's bad. Okay, don't be that person. Okay, very good. All right. We just review the vocabulary. Everybody say camouflage. Camouflage was anything that an animal uses to sort of to blend in to their surroundings, right? Same color, stuff like that. Good. Everybody say mimicry. Mimicry was a technique of like looking just like the other thing, like a stick bug, a leaf bug. Very good. Predator. Who can raise their hand? Wait for me to call on you and tell me the definition of predator. Yes. Okay, well, just anything that hunts, yeah. Yeah, guys, it's not just something that eats meat, but something that hunts. Very good. Something that hunts another animal and eats it. Very good. Next one, please. Prey. Who can raise their hand and tell me definition for prey? Yes. That eats insects?
No.
Well, you're close, but something a little different, yeah. Yes, so something that gets hunted, right? Something that gets hunted and eaten. Very good. Next slide, next one. Adaptation. Anything that helps that animal survive in its habitat. Okay? Good. Next one. Carnivore. Who can tell me carnivore? Right, let's see, right there. Yes.
An animal that eats only meat.
Very good. Only eats meat. Nice. Next one. Herbivore. Who's got herbivore? Yes. Yeah, any animal that only eats plants. Good. Next one. Omnivore. Right there in the brown. Yeah.
An animal or a person who eats both meat and plants.
Very good. Okay, excellent. Food chain. Food chain. Okay, when we started from the plants and went all the way up to the top predator. Okay, good. Next one. Food web. All of the food chains in a group. Okay? And finally, here's the most important thing you're going to learn today while I'm here. Read that. That's right, or else next time I'm going to take a picture of you and I'll go all around Jamaica with you picking your nose. Okay? Good. All right, very good, guys. Okay. Now, let me ask you a question again. Is there anybody here who's a good actor? Anybody here like to act? Okay, excellent. All right, we're going to do a little acting. Here's how this works. I need everybody to please move back. I need everybody behind here because we're going to need all of this room here.
Behind this line. Behind this line. Right here. Behind this line. Behind this line. Right here. Behind this line. Sit right over there. Right over there. Behind this line. Scoot back. Behind the line. Behind the line.
All right. Okay, here's how this is going to work, guys. This is the most fun part of the presentation, okay? For this part right here, guys, and this is going to be very interactive. We're going to be learning, and I'm going to have some kids come up and do some acting while we're doing this, okay? So here's how this works. I'm going to be telling some stories. As I'm telling these stories, if you hear a certain animal or character that you want to act out, simply raise your hand, and then either myself or Richie will come and have... Rodney will have you guys come up here and act this out. Okay? So for example, guys, I might say something. Should I need it nice and quiet? Sorry, I got it. Yeah. Guys, I might say something like, once upon a time, there was a very lovely fairy princess. Okay?
Me?
What? Me? You want to be the fairy princess? So this would be the fairy princess, and then I might say something like the fairy princess started picking his nose. All right, guys, don't worry, it won't be anything that bad. He's a little crazy, okay? The main thing is though, here's the main thing. I want to encourage anybody who wants to come up to please come up. Because you will have a lot of fun if you come up. You will remember this for the rest of your life. Your friend will remember it. They'll be like, okay? But here's one thing about this. If you volunteer to come up, we want you to do anything that we ask you to do. I don't want people coming up here. I ask you to do something and you go, I don't want to do that. Okay? So it kind of ruins it for everybody. So I need people who to come up who are brave and ready to get a little crazy. You guys got it? Okay? All right. So we encourage you to volunteer, but you need to do what we ask you to do. You understand? Good. All right. Here the story begins now. Once upon a time, there was a very lovely mother mosquito. A mother mosquito. Yes, young lady, come on. All right. Good. Janae, what's your name? It is okay. Everybody give Janae a big hand. Very good. All right, guys. So the mother mosquito, she's in somebody's back. Okay, if you can't, just remember, if you can't see, guys, just kind of adjust yourself a little bit so you can see. Okay? She's in somebody's backyard and she's flying around. So kind of. Very good. Very lovely. Okay? Flying around, flying around, flying around. And then she flies all the way over to the pond. Flies all the way over to the pond. Flies quickly over to the pond. It's actually over here. Okay? Flies over to the pond. Flies over to the pond, and then she lays her eggs. 8 eggs. Watch him. Very good. Lays some eggs. Excellent. And then she continues to fly around. She flies around, and then she dies. Lay down. Oh, super dead. Super dead. Very good. Everybody give Janae a big hand. That was excellent. Very good. Very good. All right. So, guys, the mother mosquito, unfortunately, she passed away. But she left behind her progeny, her legacy, her babies, and we need 8 volunteers. I need 8. Okay? Okay, I'm only picking people who are sitting down nicely. Okay? Okay, let me see here. Right there, yes, you. I need you. And I need you in an orange shirt. Yes, come over here. Yes, ma'am. Okay, and then let me see here. Yes, thank you for volunteering. Yeah, come up here. And sir, section, yeah, you'll get it. All right, very good. So stand right here. Sir, if you can stand up, you got your hand right there, please. All right, guys. All right, so we have all our mosquito eggs right here, and they're sort of attached, kind of shoulder to shoulder, guys. Everybody get nice and close here, okay? Attached like this, okay? Shoulder to shoulder. And this is a little mosquito egg raft, okay? And they're in a pond, and there's sort of a gentle breeze, so they're starting to sway back and forth like this. We are the world.